Did we have any homework for today?
Sorry, teacher.
Did we have any homework for today?
And I think it's not for today.
Not for okay. Do you remember where we are?
I think you put a photo in the chat.
It's this one, right? It's B3, right?
Grammar infinitives after adjectives. Yes. Mhm. There.
Hello, it's nice to see you again. Today, it's time to learn about infinitives after adjectives and nouns. We use these a lot in English, and they're pretty easy to understand. Are you ready to begin? Okay.
Okay, can you please read?
Okay. As you know, we can use infinitive after certain verbs. We can also use the infinitive after certain adjectives. Are you ready to go? Many of these adjectives describe a feeling about the action in the infinitive. Dahlia was anxious to work on the story. Okay. We can also use the infinitive after some nouns. The noun plus infinitive combination often expresses necessity or advice. I have a confession to make. Why don't we just take a little time to enjoy ourselves? Here are some more examples. Do you have permission to go? She's the person to ask. I have a test to study for. It's time to leave.
Okay, continue, please.
Number three, we also use infinitives after adjective plus noun combinations. Nick says, that's an easy mistake to make. Jackie really wants to be famous, but it's a high price to pay for fame. Okay. We often use for plus a noun or pronoun before the infinitive when we include the subject of the infinitive. Okay. It's important to the Federation to hear the recording. It's time for us to go.
Okay, great. So here, so here, we can have the infinitive after certain verbs, as you might remember, but we can also use it as after certain adjectives. Are you ready to go? So here, the adjective would be ready, right? Many of these adjectives describe a feeling about the action in the infinitive. So we can also use the infinitive when we're trying to express necessity of advice. The noun plus the infinitive. I have a confession to make. Here, confession is a noun. Why don't we just take a little time to enjoy ourselves? Time is a noun. They have permission to go. She's the person to ask. I have a test to study for. It's time to leave. So here, permission, person, test, time are nouns. So we can use them if we want to express necessity or advice. Okay. So here we are seeing a different way of using the infinitive. In this case, we're using infinitive after certain nouns. Okay. We can do another one like I have permission to leave. Uh, he's the guy to ask what type of question. I have some things to do. Mm, It's time to go. Okay, so here you have some more examples of nouns that are followed by infinitives. I don't know if you got any question here.
For example, it's kind of the same meaning of, for example, I have some things to do. It's like the same to I have some things that I need to do, for example,
Uh,
or
I have some things to do. Yes, they have the same meaning, but they're very different because one is a noun followed by the infinitive, and the other one is
verb.
only an infinitive following a verb. But both have the same meaning, yes, but they're not the same sentence, even though they have the
Okay.
same meaning.
Okay. Okay. This is not informal or something, right? Yes.
No, it's not informal, but it's something that would be very obvious as a
Yeah.
lesson in terms of grammar. I guess
Yeah.
it's very, very obvious for many people, even at a low level. I think you already know this.
Yes. Yes. Uh,
Right?
just I've never had this as a lesson. It's because it's kind of yeah.
You've never had this as a lesson?
No, because I think as you say, it's almost obvious.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it's not like a lesson in all of the books. There are
Mhm.
some books where you don't find it. In fact, it's the first time I saw this as a lesson in terms of books, and I've seen quite a few books. And yes, it's the first time I've ever seen this. But it's like
Yeah.
pretty basic, so don't worry about it.
Mhm.
No, not too
Yeah.
difficult.
Okay.
Okay,
No questions. Yes.
no question. Okay, so we can also use the infinity after adjective plus noun combination. You're the same, but you're using an adjective first. That's an easy mistake to make. I really wants to be famous. That's a high price to pay. I have some important things to do. Hmm. That's a big. Hmm. Okay, so okay, so here you have some other examples. I have some important things to do. that's a big mistake to make. He really wants to be considered for that role. So in this case, we use infinitives after adjective plus noun combinations. And also we use for plus a noun or pronoun before the infinitive when we include the subject of the infinitive. It is important for him to do that. So here's the same, like here you're using a noun or a pronoun before the infinitive. We could also say that's a question for you to ask. The same. It is time for him to leave. That's a big mistake for you to make. So if you want to include the subject here, like, not, I'm sorry, it's not like this. Yes, it's a subject of the infinitive. We can use that, or we can do that with for plus a noun or pronoun before the infinitive. I don't know if you've got any questions here. Maybe.
So in the last one, big mistake is the subject.
That's a big no. The subject would be for you. You would be the subject of the infinitive.
Oh, okay.
It's time for him to leave. The same him would be the subject.
Yeah, of course. Okay, it's clear, teacher.
Okay, let's move on then. Okay, can you please read?
Okay, listening predicts the speaker's intentions. Listen for sequences of actions. Listen for ideas that show people's relationships. Listen for the main ideas in news stories. Speaking, identifying a problem, suggesting a course of action, responding to a suggested course of action, committing to a course of action. Grammar, future in the past, passive causative, reported statements. Pronunciation, stress in words with prefixes, the voiced sound in this. Reading and vocabulary, getting the meaning from context, understanding main ideas and details. Writing, pre-writing technique, make an outline. Task, retell a traditional story. Skill, use chronological order, draw a conclusion.
Okay, any question regarding vocabulary here?
What is a course of action?
Course of action means like like a path. You're like things that you're gonna do. A list of things that you're gonna do, that you're gonna act. Okay, I don't know. Like if you say, I don't know, I want to buy a car. What's the course of action there? I don't know. First thing is to work, then save money, then pick a car. then try to buy the car, right? That's a course of action. It's a plan.
Okay, okay. Mhm. I understand. Okay, no more questions, teacher.
Okay. Let's move on. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so I might be
Yeah, I noticed that.
talking a little bit slower. Okay, so can you please read from video listening?
Video listening, watch the video and answer questions about the information and ideas in it. Learn more about body language and other cultural aspects of the video. Vocabulary, learn the meanings and usage of these phrases with clear. Clear a depth, clear a space, clear someone's name, clear something with someone, and clear the air, clear the decks, clear the table, clear the way, clear your head, clear your throat. Speaking, learn expressions you can use to identify a problem. Something's wrong with the recording. Suggest a course of action. Did you check that the recording light was on? Responding to a suggested course of action. And no, maybe that's what's wrong. Commit to a course of action. I'll do that now. Grammar, learn to express yourself using future in the past. I was just going to call you. Passive causative. I had the tape player cleaned last week. Reported statements. Jackie said that she had posed as a Kicks executive. Task listening. Listen to the stories on the evening news. Choose the newspaper headline that matches each story. Pronunciation. Practice your pronunciation of stressing words in words with prefixes. Be the X in and the voiced th sound in this, that, these together. Reading. Read a traditional Taoist story that both educates and entertains. On the web, research traditional stories. Retell a story you like.
Great. So any question here?
Mm. What is a clear deer?
Clear the air is its name says basically you get rid of like a bad feeling between two people or some groups. If I don't know, if I was upset with somebody and I was trying to fix that, I would say, let me clear the air between us. That means let me try to fix the bad feelings, the issues that we have between the two.
Okay. What is a clear the decks?
Clear the decks is like when you're trying to get to start something new. By finishing any work that had or has to be done. Okay, like you're trying to do something new, like and then you have something else that needs to be finished. You would say like, I will clear the decks. That means that I'll finish that in order to start something new.
Okay. That's all, teacher. Continue.
Okay, great. So let's please read here.
Okay. After her dinner with Nick, Talia returns to the Newsline office. She wants to tell her boss, Tony, the news about the conversation between Dee and Jackie. Look at the picture Talia is showing her phone to Tony, on which she recorded the conversation. Predict, what do you think Tony wants to do with the recording? Air it on the evening news tonight, listen to it right now, make a copy of it, erase it right away. Well, listen to it right now, I think.
Okay, let's watch.
I'm too late, right? You already aired the story about Nick on the evening news?
No, I decided not to. When I hadn't heard from you, I decided to wait. I had a hunch something was going on.
Oh gosh, what a relief.
As a matter of fact, I was just going to call you.
Well, I'm so glad you waited, Tony. Ta-da!
Your phone is your ta-da.
I have a recording on here of Dean conspiring with his sister. It will instantly get Nick's name cleared.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, play it. I want to hear how our brilliant little surveillance operation went.
It was perfect. I got it all on my Little Big Ears app. Jackie acknowledged that she had posed as a Kicks executive.
No way.
Yes, and Jackie and Dean both admitted that there was no Kicks, that they made the whole thing up.
Get out of here.
And Dean actually admitted that he sent the audio file to us.
Unbelievable.
Wait until you hear these confessions. Hearing is believing.
Talia, enough descriptions. Let's hear it.
Oh, sure. Here. Ooh, this is so exciting.
Okay, so what was the answer here?
Let's listen to it right now.
Okay, great. Yes, that's right. Can you please read from you?
Talia, Tony, and Amy are in the Newsline office. Talia is preparing the app to play her recording. Look at the picture. Talia seems upset. Predict, why do you think she's upset? The app doesn't work. Tony doesn't believe that the voices are Dean and Jackie. She has the wrong phone. There is too much noise to her clearly. There is no sound on the recording. I think that there is no sound on the recording.
Okay.
Here it is. The audio that will get Nick reinstated on the team. Just a minute. The app isn't loading. Wait, it's showing I need to be on the office Wi-Fi. Okay, now listen. What's going on? This app got all 5-star reviews.
Did you test it first?
Yes, we ran a test of the app yesterday afternoon.
It worked fine. I even double-checked at the restaurant to make sure the mic was working.
Did you check that the recording function was on?
I don't know, I thought I did. Oh, wait, here it is.
And here's your table. Enjoy your dinner.
That's it?
No, ugh, this is a disaster. I must have set the record function wrong.
Sorry, Talia.
I'm sorry, Talia. I know you tried so hard to make this all right.
I'm just so sorry for Nick. How am I going to tell him?
Okay, great. So, what was the answer here?
Yes, that there was no sound in the recording.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so let's do this.
Hi. Guess what I did last night? I was going to stay home and watch TV, but I went to a soccer game instead. Was going to is an example of the future in the past. Let's learn about this form.
Okay, can you please read?
Okay, we use the future in the past to talk about future plans that we made in the past. I was just going to call you. This means that Tony had planned to call Talia. Most of the time, we use a future in the past to talk about planned events that didn't happen. In the example, Talia had planned to check that the recording function on her app was on, but she didn't do it.
Let's continue here.
We formed a future in the past with was or were plus going to plus the base form of the verb. Tony was going to listen to a recording. Amy and John were going to listen to.
Great. So here, we use future in the past to talk about plans that were made in the past. I was just going to call you. Or we use this to talk about planned events that didn't happen. I had planned to check the recording function on the app on her app was on, but she didn't do it. And here we form with plus was or were plus going to plus the base form. Okay, so here we're talking about plans that we made in the past. I was going to call you, but I didn't. That means that I had a plan of calling you, but at the end I didn't. Or we were going to invest, but we didn't. Or she was going to travel to Japan. We formed this with the was plus be going to plus where we be going to in the base form. And here also you have some other example that uses the past perfect, right? Like I plan to go to Japan. You can also use that, like the past perfect would be, right? I don't know if you've got any questions with 1, 2, or 3.
In this sentence, it is implied that she didn't go to Japan or not.
Most of the times didn't happen, but you could say like she was going to travel to Japan. Was she able to do that? Yes, she was. Right.
Okay,
So
okay.
you could also say that without knowing what would be the outcome. Like I don't know if you told me if we like ran into in 5 years, I would say Nadia, you were going to uh apply for or take the TOEFL, right? How did you do? You probably, I don't know, didn't take the TOEFL, or maybe you changed plans, or you achieved your goal. So you sometimes you don't know, right? Like
Okay,
she was
so
going to travel to Japan.
in this
That's how.
clarification,
Okay. Yes. So any other question?
no, it's okay.
Okay, great. Let's move on.
Hello. Next weekend I'm going to have my apartment painted. I don't have time to paint it myself, so I hired someone to do it for me. Have my apartment painted is an example of the passive causative. Let's learn about this form.
Okay, can you please read?
Okay, we use the passive causative to talk about services that another person does for us. I had Nick framed so that he looked guilty. Okay, this means that Dean asked his sister Jackie to make Nick look guilty of taking a bribe. He didn't pretend to be from Kickshoes himself. Okay. We can also use the passive causative to talk about something that causes something else to happen. We usually use get and not have for this meaning. This is a recording that will get Nick reinstated. This means that Nick will be reinstated because of the recording.
Great. 3 and 4.
We form the passive causative to have or with have or get plus a direct object plus the past participle of the verb. Talia gets her hair done at Fausto's hair salon. Or Talia has her hair done at Fausto's hair salon. These two sentences have the same meaning. We use the passive causative with all tenses and with modals. John has his car inspected every year, simple present. He has gotten it done at the same place since he bought it, present perfect. He had it inspected last week, simple past. He's going to get it painted next week, future. He might have the tires replaced too, model.
Great. 5.
We use by when we mention the person doing the service. We only mention the person doing the service when it provides important information. Amy's getting her hair cut. We do not say Amy is getting her hair cut by a hairdresser.
Great. So the passive causative is like services for services that we get. Like I had my car fixed at that place. Mm, uh, my for repair that shop. I had my garbage thrown like that company. Let's see. I had my that's my computer. Okay, so this is for things that somebody else did for us, or some company. Like I had my car fixed. That means that somebody else fixed my car. Or I'll have my phone repaired. That means that somebody else will repair my phone. Or I had my garbage thrown by that company. That means that a company actually threw my garbage. Uh, or I had my computer repaired. And those are the things that, or something else in my life, right? So some other service. And we can also use the passive causative to talk about something that caused something else to happen. Like this recording will get Nick reinstated. Uh, these new elements this new proof Hmm. Mm. Okay, like here. Mm. Okay, so here we have some examples. Like Matt proof will get him sentenced. That means that we're talking about something that will prove that he is guilty and will get him sentenced for that. And that attitude will get you sued. That means that I'm trying like to say that if you keep on with that attitude, somebody will sue you. You know the meaning of sue?
Mm, mm, no, I don't remember. Really.
Okay, sue is like when somebody goes to court and uh, like if it's like a legal problem, right? So you could sue somebody for any crime. You like law and order, right? You said that
Yeah, yeah.
there's many people suing. Like I could sue you
Mhm.
for I don't know for theft or for I don't know for fraudulent something or
From defamation, for example.
for defamation. Yes, that's sue. I'll get a lawyer and I'll sue you,
Mhm.
right? So it's a very common word if you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
and when you're sued, that means that you need to defend yourself with a lawyer and everything else in court, right? So I don't know if you get it now.
Yes, yes, I remember.
Okay, so any questions with one or two, maybe?
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's continue with three. The passive causative would have or get plus a direct object plus the past participle of the verb. Here, like, I had my car fixed, or you could say I got my car fixed,
Mhm.
right? So, I'll have my phone repaired. I'll get my phone repaired. I had my garbage thrown by the company. I got my garbage thrown by the company. I had my computer repaired. I got my computer repaired. Okay, let me do that. Okay, so you could use this like have or get plus direct object plus as participle of the verb. And you can also use the positive kind of scarcity with all senses and with models. Like John has his car inspected every year. So this is like simple present. That's something that it's a habit, like a habitual thing. He's gotten it done at the same place since he bought it. Present perfect. I had it inspected last week, simple past. He's going to get it painted next week, future. Might have here the tire replaced too, model. Okay, so you could use this with basically all the tenses. I don't know if you've got any questions with 3 or 4.
In these two sentences, it is okay to say, for example, this new proof will have him sentenced, right? Have
Uh,
here,
yes,
or,
it's correct. Yes, it's correct.
and also here.
Yes,
So it's the same. Get and have
yes, it's the same.
are the same. Okay.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
No
no
more
other
questions.
question.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's create some examples. Can you please write some examples here in the board
Oh, okay.
with simple present, past perfect, simple past, the future, and model.
Okay.
Let's do that. But of course, try to use a different verb, like not car, not talk about cars. Okay, so talk about something else.
Mhm. Simple.
Write it down like with this text, right? Put a text here to write it down.
Yes, yeah. I know. Mm, yeah, Hawaii. We want to reduce the size. This. It is a good example to raise it because it's too big.
Uh, can you please like make the letter a little bit smaller?
Yes, but I think once if I can change the sentence that I just wrote. It's before I wrote it, I think.
Okay.
But it's okay to erase it.
Yes, yes. The first one is okay.
Okay. Okay. Mm, how can I reduce the size of the letters?
Here in the
The toolbar. Mm,
it has like uh oh when color you choose color when you choose where you choose color, yes. Size.
okay. Nice. Okay. Mm, here's what I done. Present perfect. This sentence is it's okay. I don't know if
I have
it's
myself waking up. Mm, mm. Usually this is for services,
mm, mm,
like for some service you hire.
mm. For example, imagine that my mom wakes me up, and in that case, how it would be.
Yeah, but it's weird. I've never heard that before.
Okay,
I wouldn't use this because it's like too forced.
okay. So mm,
Yeah, how about the rest?
I read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one left, the model
Yeah,
one, right?
it's ready. Yeah. I here. No, it's the correct order.
Okay, so I'll have my computer fixed by my brother every time I have a problem with it. Okay. I had it bought by my father yesterday. I'll get the tablets there for us tomorrow. For tomorrow. So you're missing like this simple the present perfect. Oh no, it's there. Fixed. Past, future, and model. You may get an opportunity offered if you press the pause. No, the last one I wouldn't do that. Because that's not a service, right? You might get
Mm,
an opportunity offered. Sounds weird. I've never heard that. You would say you might be offered an opportunity instead of get an opportunity offered. Like
right.
it sounds weird, really. Try to do the a service like that you might, I don't know. You might you might have your your car washed too or something like that. A service.
So how will be in the last sentence? You might be offered. You might.
Yes, you might be offered, but that's not passive causative.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. And mm, mm, can I get your okay?
Get a motorcycle painted in that place. Great. Okay, let's
So
continue.
it's it's only for a service. This model is not like, for
Yeah,
example, you may get your motorcycle robbed if you leave it there.
you may
Uh,
get it robbed. Yes,
no,
that would work because it's sort of like a service, right? Of course, it's not a service, but hmm, That's weird. I don't know where, like, when you say, like, you may get it dropped. I mean, that would work basically because it's sort of like a service, even though it's not a service, right? Like, Rob, somebody's doing that for you.
Okay.
Like, the offered, like, you might get an opportunity offered. That's not like a service. Like, robbed, I guess that would work, but in the other one, you wouldn't use that. But stick to the services, only the services one.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue here. When you use by, when you know the person, when you know the person doing the service. Like, I don't know, I had my car fixed at that place by that company, or I'll have my phone repaired at that shop by, I don't know, Ramiro. I'll have my garbage thrown by that company. Here you have that. Uh, I don't know if you've got any questions for number 5.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Hi. Last time I said that we needed to work on reported statements. I didn't? I know I told myself that it was time to study them. Maybe I forgot to tell you. I just used 2 examples of reported statements. Do you know what they are? Let's find out more.
Okay, so can you please read?
A direct statement uses the person's exact words. When we write, we put quotation marks around. It is direct, right? The pronunciation direct
It's like
or direct.
uh it will be like direct. Yes, direct. Direct.
Direct. Okay, around direct statements. Okay, Jackie said, I post as a Kicks executive. We can also report statements without using the person's exact words. In that case, we use reported statements. We often use the word that to introduce a reported statement. Talia says to Tony later that evening, Jackie said that she had posed as a Kicks executive. You can also leave out the word that. The meaning is the same. Jackie said she had posed as a Kicks executive. We don't use quotation marks in reported statements. We do not say Jackie said that she had posed as a Kicks executive.
Okay, continue, please.
The most common reporting verbs are say and tell. We use say when we don't mention the listener. Dean, I'm worried. Jackie said that she was worried. We do not say Jackie told that she was worried. We use tell when we mention the listener. Jackie told Dean that she was worried. We do not say Jackie said Dean that she was worried. When we report someone's statements, we often change the verb tense. Simple present changes to simple past. Okay, there is no Byron Walters. Dean said that there was no Byron Walters. Present continuous changes to past continuous. I'm not seeing anyone. Talia said she wasn't seeing anyone. Simple past changes to past perfect. I sent the phony recording to Newsline. Dean actually said that he had sent a phony recording to Newsline. Present perfect changes to past perfect. You've just learned a lesson the hard way. Tony said that she just learned a lesson the hard way.
Great, let's
Okay.
continue.
When the reporting verb is in the present, we don't change the verb tense in the reported statement. I'm really worried about Nick. Talia says that she's really worried about Nick. Okay. In reported statements, we also make other changes to keep the original meaning. We change pronouns and possessive adjectives. I need to be on the office Wi-Fi. Talia said that she needed to be on the office Wi-Fi. Okay, and we also change time words. I met Jackie yesterday. Tony, the next day, says Talia said that she'd met Jackie the day before.
Great. So here, uh, basically we're gonna do some recorded speech. When you're trying like to say what somebody else said, you use quotation marks. Like I don't know. Like here, he said, "I am the strongest person." Like here, so we use quotation marks. We can also report a statement without using the person exact words. That's the most common case. We use reported statements. We often use the word that to introduce reported statement. He said that he was the strongest person there. You can also leave out the word that here. The meaning would be the same. So here you could say it simply this. He said he was. So he said that he was. You could say he said he was. So here are some changes that I'm making, right? I'm changing that for I was. There are some changes there. Here for there, right? So there are some things that we need to change. Well, the two most common reporting verbs are say and tell. We'd say we don't mention the listener, like Jackie said that she was worried. We don't say like Jackie uh said Dean that she was worried, right? And we mention the listener. He told me that he was the strongest person there. Like we could say tell. So the two most common reporting verbs are say and tell. Okay, so I don't know if you got any questions with number 1, 2, or 3.
No, it's okay.
Okay, number 4. We use we change simple present to simple past. There is no Brian Walters to there was no Brian Walters. Present continues to past continues like I did. I am the strongest person to he was the strongest person. Simple past to past perfect. I sent and he had sent. Present perfect to past perfect as well. We just learned a lesson. Just learned a lesson. Okay, so let's see. So if you like said, he said, I like pizza. We change this to he said. Okay, here I wrote some examples. He said, I like pizza. That's simple present, right? Changes to simple past. He said that he liked pizza. He said, hold on. He said, I traveled to Japan yesterday. Simple past changes to past perfect. He said that he traveled to Japan the day before. If you remember, yesterday changes to the day before. Do you remember that? We saw that,
Mm,
didn't we?
I
We didn't see that?
don't remember. I think not, but it's kind of obvious.
Okay. Let me show you that. Where is this? Here it is. So can you please please read this?
Okay, when changing from direct to reported speech, the words in the reported sentence do not exactly match the words spoken. Verb tenses change and expressions of time and place also have to change. Example, I am leaving tonight, said Emma. Emma said she was leaving that night. Below is a list of common time and place words, showing how you change them from direct to reported speech. Uh, okay, well, now to then at a time. For example, Sophie said it's raining now. Sophie said that it was raining then, or raining at that time. Okay. Today changes to that day. Sam said, I posted the letter today. Sam said that he had posted the letter that day. Okay. Tonight changes to that night. Eva said we are going to the theater tonight. Eva said that they were going to the theater that night. Okay, tomorrow changes to the next day, the following day, the day after. The reporter said the ceremony will take place tomorrow. The reporter said that the ceremony will take place the following day. Okay, the day after tomorrow, in 2 days' time. Bill said, my son is coming home the day after tomorrow. Billy said that his son was coming home in 2 days' time. Okay. This week or this year changes to that week or that year. Jessica said, I will be away this week. Jessica said that she will be away that week. Okay. Next week or next year, the following week, the following week, the week or year after. The boss said the meeting will be held next week. The boss said that the meeting will be held the following week. Okay, yesterday changes to the day before or the previous day. Hugo said, I did it yesterday. Hugo said that he had done it the day before. The day before or yesterday, 2 days before. Jill said the book arrived the day before yesterday. Jill said that the book had arrived 2 days before. Last week or last night changes to the night or week before or the previous night or week. Tom said the boys came home last night. Tom said that the boys had come home the night before. Before, previously. Julie said, I saw Eva a few days ago. Julie said that she had seen Eva a few days before. Okay. Here to there, my mother said, sit here beside me. My mother told me to sit there beside her. This table, that table, the hostess, the hostess said, tea will be served at this table. The hostess told us that tea will be served at that table. Okay. In this room, in that room. Carla said the children are sleeping in this room. Carla said that the children were sleeping in that room. Okay. Mhm.
Great, great. Any questions in this lesson?
Can you go down a little? Week 4 was 9. A few days ago, she had seen Eva a few days before. No, it's clear. It's logical.
Okay, great. So, with that being said, any questions with number 4?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so, well, when the reporting verb is in the present, we don't change the verb tense. Like, the reporting verb must be in the present. Like, says, right? Like right now, he says, okay, so in this case, when like the thing is like the reporting verb is in the present, which in most cases won't be. Okay, in most cases, you're not gonna have a reporting verb in the present. That's something that rarely happens. But if it is, then you don't change the verb tense there. Of course, you change the the pronouns, right? And the positive adjectives. I becomes he. And if you said here about my team, he changes to his team, right? So he changes both the pronouns and possessive adjective. However, the verb does not change. Uh, and finally, we also make changes to keep the meaning. What you read right now, right? With pronouns and possessive adjective and the words of time. Here they are only talking about yesterday, but we have many options, and you also change these for that, and here for there, and you have many more options in terms of time and place. Okay, so do you have any questions here, maybe?
Can you go up for a moment? No, and to number 4.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's here.
Okay, great. So, let me see where we are. I think we're here. Okay. So, we're gonna do this now. Well, can you please
Okay.
read?
Look at the picture. It shows a scene from The Lost Horse, a tale from ancient times. What country do you think this story takes place? Choose the correct answer. Maybe China? I don't know. China.
Yes, that's China. No, I wanted to do this one. Can you please read?
Okay, stories that educate and entertain. Okay, people have always loved stories. Long before we even had books, people told stories. Some stories entertained and others instructed. Often the stories did both, teaching an important lesson through an entertaining and memorable story. This way, the listener could learn through the suffering or triumphs of others. This tale from a Taoist scholar from ancient China is one such story. The Lost Horse. A wise man lived in a remote village in China. One day, his most beautiful horse ran away. His friends came to console him over his misfortune. But the man said, "How do you know that this isn't a good thing?" A few months later, the man's horse returned, bringing a beautiful, strong wild stallion with her. Okay, everyone congratulated the man on his good fortune, but the man said, "How do you know this is a disaster?" The man's son loved to ride a wild stallion. One day, the son fell from the horse and broke his legs. Everyone came to console the man over his son's misfortune, but the man said, "What makes you so sure this isn't a good thing?" Soon after this, an invading army came. Every man was required to fight, and nine out of every 10 men were killed in battle. Because the son was lame, he survived. He was able to look after his family and live to become a wise old man like his father.
Okay, so okay, so losing the dog was bad for the man because
Because it was a very fine horse.
losing the horse was good for the man because
When the horse returned, I brought back another horse.
getting the second horse was good because
Now the man had two beautiful and strong horses.
getting the second horse was bad because
The man's son fell from it and was injured.
the quality from
Mm,
the quality of the horse was unfortunate because
The boy broke his legs and was unable to walk.
okay,
It
and
was
finally falling off the horse was good for the boy because he
he
didn't have
didn't have to fight, and his son saw his reward.
okay, great job. So what we're gonna do. Mm. Okay, let's work on this. Let's
Mm,
work on this writing. Because we already finished. So let's work on this, please. How long does it take you to do this part? Usually.
mm, it depends on the on what it asks to do. Mm,
Let's do this. Let's do this, and
okay,
we're gonna try to like to write something more professional. I'm gonna help you to write something more professional.
okay.
Okay,
So,
so can you please like do a document, a Google
okay,
Sheets document, and send me the link? I'll see what you're writing.
okay.
And start writing. We're gonna do this in this half an hour, and I'll try like to because this writing part is important. I want to see how is your writing for the TOEFL. I have like a student that is very good, uh, but she has problems with the writing. Like it's not so good. So I need to make sure that your writing is good.
No. What this? I am sending the link in the Zoom chat. Can you see that?
Okay, great. Yes, I'm able to see that.
Okay.
Can you please hmm, hold on.
I need to enter the platform, right?
Uh, you can do it like you don't need to. You can do it in the,
For the instructions, but
yes. Depends on you. You can do it on the platform as well. Yes, you can do it there, or you can like put it there at the end. Doesn't matter.
okay, let's see. So I read about the story that I know, right? Because in
Yes.
this writing exercise, sometimes I search for information. Sometimes.
No, you can write about this thing, Missing X.
Oh,
What do
it's
you want to write about?
uh well about a tale that I know, right? Because I don't know. Uh, I don't know uh, what is about the missing X. I
Mm.
didn't heard that before.
Let's do something different. Okay, hold on. How about we write about something else?
Okay.
It is better
That's
to
great.
write here. It is better to have a broad knowledge of many academic subjects than to specialize in one subject. Answer that.
Oh, if I
You
agree or
agree or
disagree.
yes, I agree.
Okay.
And please like write it like two supporting paragraphs. If you agree, I don't know. You can say I agree because I don't know. You can know many more things. And you don't know where you're gonna work, and I don't know. The world changes, and you might end up doing something very different. Or I disagree because it's very specialized. People have been successful at specialized, something like that, right? But like
Okay.
try to make like two supporting paragraph, like the thesis statement, then the two supporting paragraphs, and the conclusion. Let's do that. Okay,
Okay.
so
But I have a question in this type of questions. It is okay to say like it depends on the situation, or I need to
no,
answer agree or disagree.
agree or disagree.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, if you put it depends, it's not like for the TOEFL specifically. You shouldn't answer any question with it depends, or it could be both, or it depends. No,
Okay.
that'll show that you really that'll make you like that'll make the work very hard, and of course it'll like that's why I always advise to stick to one position.
Okay. Mhm. Mm. Teacher, how long does my writing need to be?
200 words, 150. How much do you have? 150. Let's do that. How many do you have right now?
I don't know. 6 lines. I don't know.
50? That might be 50.
Okay.
150 would be great. Try to finish because we only have like 14 minutes.
Yeah, no. Mm,
You have already 111, so
wait,
yeah, 250 could be good.
okay. Okay, I think that's all. 143.
Uh, mm, no, let's do 250, not 143. A little bit
Oh.
more. Let's see, because I have to.
Mm,
Yeah, let's try to amplify everything a little bit.
okay,
Because it's too short. Too short.
150, you asked me?
No, 250.
200.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Ah, mm, mm. Mm, 238.
Okay, so let's review here. I have to disagree with the statement with my little experience in college, and with all I heard from my teachers uh that have faced a variety of companies. I can say that once you go out to the laboral world, it gets hard. So there's no laboral.
No,
Does it
then
make sense? To the
how,
market,
how
job
you
market,
gonna see the world out?
the job, let's say market. Hard.
Okay.
There are tough problems you need to solve as a professional, and here you need a comma. And it'll depend on the field that what you really need to. And it'll depend on the field what you really need to know. It is not enough with the basics. And we all know
I have problems with the commas.
yes. And we all know what happens if you don't get rid of the problem. You're fired. Simple as that. What is the use of an engineer if he or she can't solve a problem because of it? You need to be an expert. There won't be too many with that profile. So if you achieve that level of expertise, the company must hire. You will be special for them. And they should pay you really well for you to stay with them. For example, the same thing happens with lawyers. Have a really complicated issue, maybe. I must hire one that has gotten away with something like this for him more than any other. Have won a lot of trials. Tax evasion. Okay, yes. So we have some things here. Some terms and services, some things in terms of the operation here. Okay, anyway, so